Okay guys, there's only 6 weeks to go till the program starts, and I am Mike, the program coordinator, the placement coordinator, director of TEFL Heaven here in Thailand. And I'm making this quick video for you because I need a little bit more information from you, and also I want to give you some more information about placements, or kind of remind you a little bit about placements, because I've already established this on wefarang.com, the preparations website that I'm sure you guys have been reading and digesting and absolutely loving. So what I want from you is some more profile information that I can put on your teacher profile. Now I'm going to show about 120 teacher profiles to all of my partners, all of our contacts in Thailand, and so we want those profiles to look the best. Now, as you already know from reading through WeFarang, we need a picture of you. Now that picture, it needs to be modest. You can't have your shoulders showing, for example. Can't have short skirts. Boys, you can't be bare-chested. I know that's what you want to do. You just need to have a smiley, happy, modest picture, okay? So you should have already sent that in to us already, but if you haven't, please email teachabroad@teflheaven.com and send us in a picture, okay? You might have sent in a picture for your application, but it might not be appropriate. You might be smiley happy, but you might just not be looking good enough to show the schools, I don't know. Maybe you're, I don't know. Maybe you're on a beach. We don't need those kind of pictures. Okay, so what we also need from you is a video, okay? So in programs past, I have said a video is optional. You can send in a video and it's optional whether it goes on your profile or not. I then made it mandatory, and it's strange that that word doesn't really mean anything. So it's mandatory, that's the word, take it or leave it. It's mandatory to have a YouTube video. If you do not do it, you will not be punished. There's no rule that means that you get half a program or anything like that. So we've made it mandatory, but it's still kind of optional, but it will help you. So I just want to explain why the YouTube video will help you. Number one, this is 2017. This is the modern era. People like to watch videos. You're watching a video right now. People enjoy videos more than they enjoy reading. Their attention span is quite short. Another thing about a video is that it kind of gives across a bit more of your personality. You've never met me before, most of you. Some of you might have talked to me on the phone, but you might have a little bit of an idea of my personality. You might like me, you might not like me, you might find me annoying, maybe you don't like my jokes, whatever, but you've got a bit of an idea of who I am. And when you meet me in person, I'll be quite familiar to you. Now that is exactly why we do the video. They want to hear your accent as well, so they can basically see whether you're going to be good for teaching English at their school. And if you're native English speaking, then that's going to be good for their school, and everybody is native English speaking. They want to see if you're a positive person, if you're happy, if you're smiley. But really that's it. It doesn't have to be anything more than just a minute, 2 minutes, just saying why you want to go to Thailand, why you want to teach English, and basically who you are, where you're from, a little bit about you. If you want to say some of your hobbies, you could do that. It really doesn't matter what you say. It's really just getting your personality across. Okay, also we just need to know a little bit more about if anybody has any additional teaching experience. It's always good to know, and additional qualifications. So if anyone has a teacher certificate, they're a teacher in their home country, it's good for me to know that. And also if you have a master's degree, it doesn't matter if it's a master's in biomechanical engineering, like just let me know about that as well. Another few things I need to know about is diet, okay? So I had an amazing lunch this morning. In fact, I'll show you right now in this clip. Had lots and lots of meat, pork, spicy pork, and spicy chicken with some sticky rice, and it made my mouth so fiery. Oh, I loved it. But I know that not everybody loves meat. In fact, we have been getting more and more vegetarians and vegans than ever before. And so it would be good just for you to let me know whether you have those kind of dietary requirements. Also, if you have a medical condition, please let us know about that. Peanut allergies, things like that. We need to know if we're going to have to stab you with an EpiPen if you're going to have an attack. And we need to prepare the course trainers for that if that ever happens. And also just other medical conditions that I would need to know about. And so then that takes me to the placement process. Now, there are no preference forms for this program. I have been the placement coordinator ever since the inception of TEFL Heaven, so about 7 years now, and we've never ever taken preferences from people. Okay, because the way that we work is that there are 120 teachers coming in, probably going to be 130, 140. And so in order to administer all these placements, okay, it is a big job. And I've kind of got it down to an art over the years. So this is the way that I like to work. First, you'll be getting your placement agency. That's one of our partners. Now, we've worked with these partners for years. They're quality partners and they know me personally, okay? So I deal with them personally. I show them the profiles. They take a clump of teachers, normally from the same course location, okay? So one agency might take like half of Kata, and then another agency might take the whole of Ko Chang, something like that. And then they give you your placement. So they could give you a placement which could be in a government school with about 50 kids each class, or you could be in a private school with 25 kids each class that are a bit more spoiled and harder to control. Or you could get a placement in a kindergarten school where you're running around after little 3 to 5 year olds, which is what I did. I loved it. Or you can get a primary school placement, which sometimes it has a kindergarten classes attached to it, or you can get a secondary school placement, or even you might be asked to teach a different subject other than English, like science, maths, or computer studies. Now, if you do get asked to teach one of these other subjects, please know that it's not required. So if you don't want to do it, you don't need to do it. But also, you'll find that actually it might be very enjoyable for you to do that. And you are also teaching English at the same time, because you're teaching science, but they can't speak that much English. So you're kind of teaching the words of science along with doing a science experiment. So that's kind of, you use the same principles of TEFL, so you will be prepared for that. But anyway, so that agency will then say, hey, Claire, you're going to be teaching here in Nakhon Pathom, and you're going to be teaching kindergarten kids. Now, at that point, you'll receive that email, and you'll be like, right, I got my placement. And most people are like, woohoo, let's go for it. Some of you are like, I don't know, I kind of want a secondary. Now, at that point, you've got a choice to make. You can either just accept the placement and see how it goes, or you can be like, no, I really wanted to teach secondary. And so then you email the agent, okay, the agent, and you say to them, hey, do you have any secondary school placements? But just do it in a nice manner, kind of use politeness, no like forceful language or stuff like that. And then they'll come back to you and say, actually, no, we can't because we've got none. Or they'll be like, well, yeah, maybe we can move you here, all right? And then if that doesn't work, and then you're like, oh, I can't, I'm not able to teach like secondary, and I actually taught secondary in the USA, so I was expecting to teach secondary here. Then you come to me and I will say, right, okay, I'll talk to the agent, and then I'll talk to some other agents, and then I'll try and swap you. So in essence, the way that it works is you get a placement. If you don't like that placement, you need to, if you want to reject that placement, I call it rejection. If you want to reject that placement, then let the agency know, let me know as well. And then if they can't figure out something else with that agent, then I'll figure out something else with me. But you just have to have a good reason, okay? It has to be a good reason. So good reasons are, like I've just explained, you have a real strong feeling to teach secondary, or primary or kindergarten or something like that. We don't do any adult placements, by the way, just to let you know. Or another good reason could be that you really want it to be in a city location, but you're really rural. And so we'll be like, okay, right, well, we'll see what we can do. Or vice versa, you're placed in Bangkok and you're like, I don't really want to be in Bangkok. And so we're like, okay, great, we'll swap you. Okay, and so at the end of the day, we want to please you, but we also don't want to, what's the word? Give you everything you want, basically. Because if we did that with everybody, then it would just be an absolute nightmare. People would be coming and saying, I want to teach in Bangkok and I want to teach primary. And I'm going to be like, well, so does another 20 other people. How are we going to do this? There's not that many placements for us to do that kind of structure. So basically, that's the way it's structured. If you don't like it, you have to have a good reason. And reasons in the past that don't get accepted are that when you were in the course, you met just this guy, he was just amazing. He was just the love of your life, you kissed, you got together, but he was placed 8 hours to the north, and you're way down south. And so then you're like, hey, I want to move because I want to be with Ryan, who's went to the north of Thailand. And I'll say, I'm sorry, but we can't do that for that. So that's one reason. And also, I'm making it a bit exaggerated, but that does happen with friendship groups, because you make a lot of good friends here. And so, like, a lot of people want to be with the friends they made on the course and not the friends that they met or knew before the course. And so we cannot do that, because basically, you imagine that course is a melting pot for friendships. I mean, you're going to make the best friends that you've ever made in your life. When I came to Thailand, I came as a loner. Well, I kind of came with another 2 people, but they were kind of placed far away, and I fancied her and she didn't fancy me, so I sort of stayed away a little bit, but that's another story. But anyway, I was kind of alone by myself, and I got lonely. Honestly, I got lonely. I had some Thai-speaking friends, and then after about 6 weeks, this 2 people that I'd come with, they met with me, and it was just a refreshing thing to be able to have English-speaking friends again, and I realised how much I was missing that. Now, no one's going to be placed on their own like that, and you're all coming on a program where you're going to get tons and tons of friends, and these people are going to be best friends. Honestly, you're going to be having like friends for life. That's what happens on this program. So, with that, what you need to understand is that we cannot place you all together, okay? Because the program isn't all about let's just make friends. It's actually about giving you an experience where you can learn some skills, get challenged, live in another country, learn another culture, and possibly even learn another language. So, and teach English, of course. That's what I meant by learning new skills for you and making a difference for the country. Now, that's the purposes, but added benefit is you make friends. So what courses have done in the past is that they've just met up at the weekends. Okay, so if let's say you're on Kata Beach, and half of you are placed in Bangkok, and half of you are placed 2 hours to the west of Bangkok. Well, yeah, you made loads of good friends on the course, and you're not seeing them during the week, but you can meet up in Bangkok at the weekend. And every weekend you could meet up. And in fact, the best programs that I've been a part of have meant that groups that have been placed in different areas have went on tour. In fact, there's one group that called it Lads on Tour, and they even had a banner made, like a professional banner made, with all of their heads on this banner of the entire course, 23 people I think it was. And they took that banner with them and they travelled around Thailand every single weekend. So they were in Korat one weekend, and then they'd go down south another weekend. And honestly, it was the best friendship group, and the one that I would say is an example to everybody else. And I'd see pictures on Facebook of 12 people sleeping in one hotel room with just one double bed, loads of people sleeping on the floor. So there are ways to save money in doing that as well. But anyway, back to the point. So yeah, you're going to make friends, but you have to realize that it's not all about you. You're actually here to teach and to help others as well, and you're part of a program, and the main reason for you being here is to teach English, and a benefit is the friends that you make, and actually one of the best highlights is the friends that you make. So in saying all that, hopefully you now understand the placement process, you know a little bit about me, and what I want you to do now is, on this page, or there is a link below to take you to a page, there will be a form where you'll need to give me some more information. So please submit that form, because that will help me in doing the teacher profiles. Now you've only got 7 days. You've only got 7 days to fill in this form. If it's past the 7 days, still send it to me. But after 7 days, the profiles are going to be made. All right, so please send it in to us as soon as possible. So you've got until, was it Wednesday at 3 p.m, 3:07 p.m. You've got Wednesday the 23rd at 3:07 p.m. Thailand time to get this to me. Nah, just joking. You got about 7 days, right? And then we're going to start putting the profiles on the website. We're going to show the profiles to all the partners. And so you need to have a good profile. So send me the YouTube video. Even if you've already done one, put the link in the form below, because you want to make it easy for me, okay? Fill in all the other details as well. And there's 2 more things I haven't mentioned yet, and that is, I want to know how long you want to stay for. Like, are you planning to be in Thailand for a long time? That would be great for me to know. And secondly, I want to know whether you're interested in being a trainer in the future. Now, it might be a little bit early to ask this question, but I want to know early whether you're interested in becoming a trainer. Now, right now, you might think, well, I don't know if I want to be a trainer or not. So I'm planting the seed in your mind, so when you're on the course and you're absolutely astounded by your trainer, because you will be, you're like, wow, they're amazing, because everybody is. Then you'll be like, I want to be like them. Oh, Mike sent that form. I tell you what, I'll email him now and I'll tell him I'm interested. And that will really help me, because we recruit from within. And the perfect promotion would be trainee in October 2017, assistant trainer in April 2018, main trainer in October 2018. Yeah. And then trainer every time, like just keep being a trainer after that. We try and get trainers to come back over and over again, but to be a trainer you need to be good. You need to be really good. I'm not going to tell you all that you need right now, because this isn't a video for trainers recruitment, but I just want to plant that seed and say, if you're interested in being a trainer, then we are interested to hear about it. And so you can do that in the form, in the link. I'm Mike Maitland, and I will see you in the next video.